the worst disservice that's been done to this wheel. It tipped over and rode down the hill. Oh boy, this is going to be the sun is set, I think.
Hey Marty!
What am I doing here?
BMW X5 for the win!
Okay guys, pray for me.
Yo brother, it's time for us to start talking the real, man. We've been sugarcoating too much. We've got to start calling everything out for what it is.
Hi guys. Well, it's time for me to say goodbye to the Commander GT Pro. And first, a huge shout out to Jason at eWheels for providing me this wheel for testing and to have fun with it. Hopefully you've seen some of the videos with my videos and the videos with Don and Roger. I think we put it through its paces. Had some early hiccups, and I probably should apologize to Extreme Bow. I was probably pretty rough on it at the beginning, but in terms of build quality and lack of weatherproofing, I didn't realize that this really was a pre-production wheel. Now I've seen actual pictures of what they're doing to the wheel before they start shipping them. They're definitely adding the weatherproofing like they've done in the Commander Mini, gasketing for the battery points where they enter into the control board area. They're making lots of changes, and eWheels is providing them feedback. So I just wanted to give a little wrap up, some summary of how I've been enjoying the wheel. Right now I'm up in the beautiful mountains of Southern California. Just gorgeous. A little on the chilly side right now, but I'm sure for a lot of you out there, this would be t-shirt weather. Now, first of all, the worst disservice that's been done to this wheel was putting this 190 tire on it. It's just been horrible. You get used to it, and everyone who's ridden it does agree, though, that it's just it wants to go straight. So it's beautiful for going straight for 5-speed riding, but to turn, you need to just really lean into it. And I might be showing some video of me riding as I'm doing this. You might see that, a little bit of that in just the little bit of carving I'm doing. And that can be fun. It's kind of like the Z10. The Z10 was a real physical wheel. And there was a certain charm to that. You know, you going around corners, you would just lean over to like this to get it to turn. But it gets tired after a while. And also, like the Z10, this tire just tracks everything. I mean, you can hit some grooves, cracks in the road, and it'll just it'll send you off. And if you're on trails, rutted trails, it's a challenge. So, unfortunately, we couldn't test this wheel in its best light. Now, the actual wheel that's going to be shipped, if you were to buy one, it was going to be the same tire, I believe, that's on the ET Max, which is fantastic. So I look forward to trying this wheel with that. Now, I should say that the wheel that I really want is the GT Pro Plus. And if you haven't heard about that, it's the identical form factor of this wheel, but with more batteries. 4,500 watt-hour battery pack, or maybe 4,400 watt-hour battery pack versus the 30. Same form factor. These giant battery packs, there's a lot of emptiness in here. So it's like this was designed to be able to fit these big battery packs. That's the wheel I'm looking forward to. It's going to have a lot of improvements. It's going to allow 20 amp charging. I'm not sure, I thought I heard it might have a different motor. This has a master motor. ET Max has a different motor with these tile magnets. But anyway, that's the wheel I really want. I think, unfortunately, their sister company, Begode, kind of killed the market for this particular wheel, because the DT Max has the same battery. I mean, it's very similar, but so much sexier looking. More options with the suspension that you don't have with this wheel, because this has a hydraulic suspension, which not very easy to change that out. So it's, if you're really asking me which wheel to buy, I'd be hard pressed to recommend this wheel, even with a good tire. The ET Max is just, it's a sexy wheel. And I do think even with a better tire that ET Max would probably handle different, because of the center of gravity with that wheel, and everything is more centered on the axis of that wheel. But the plus version of this wheel, I think that's going to be killer, and I think that's going to be available within a couple months. I will have one from eWheels for testing it. So I think that what makes me excited about that wheel is that it's approaching the capability of the Master Pro in terms of battery capacity, only 400 watt hours less, but a much more compact package relative to the Master Pro. So for high speed cruising, distance cruising, yet more maneuverable, easy to handle, easier in the body. The plus version of this, I think, is going to be killer. But specifically to this wheel, the charge port axis is really horrible on this wheel. You just can't, you got to lift this up to kind of get to it, put the spoiler down. Everything is in the way. The spoiler, in my opinion, is worthless. I'm sure it was added just for looks, but with my wheel, that's coming off in the first 5 minutes. And it gets in the way of lifting. It's just not needed. The Velcro came with Velcro, but the Velcro they've been using is kind of like felt. Liv came up with that. Hey Liv, if you happen to see this, excuse me. Not very grippy. I don't know if they'll be changing that, but it's something in the area. You'll probably want to get rid of that. Handles are definitely serviceable. The light is okay, and the light can be tilted a little bit, loosen up these bolts, just like the Commander Mini. The range, you may have seen my range test I did on this wheel, and it's in the 60-mile range at my regimented range tests that I do, the same speed, average speeds on all the wheels. It actually gets a little less range than the Lynx, and the Lynx has 2,700 watt hour battery versus 3,000. The reason for that is Begode Extreme Bow only allows the battery cells to go down to 3.1 volts. LiproCam allows the wheels to go down to 2.9 volts if you have the low battery mode on. And I think that kind of makes a difference. Maybe not all the difference, but it definitely makes a difference. So it definitely it's definitely not a super long range wheel, but 60 miles, I think, like the way I ride, it's a very fun 50-mile wheel. If I'm riding 25 to 30 miles an hour, I can go 40 to 50 miles, no problem, riding aggressively. Other people, if you're going to be riding 40 to 50, you might be getting 25 to 30 miles on this wheel. It's got a smart BMS. I've never been able to access it, so it's not available in the app yet, but I'm sure it will be. 10 amp charging, that was a disappointment. ET Max, you can charge at 20 amps or a little bit less than 20 amps. So it definitely would have been nice to be able to really fast charge. And by the way, that will be in the Plus version, will support 20 amp charging, so I've been told. The wheel it's really fun to ride. I mean, let's face it, I'm still having a blast. I mean, it's I have so many options of wheels to ride. It's not like this is a bad wheel. We're nitpicking in many ways. So I'm having a lot of fun. It accelerates fast. If you've seen some of the videos from Dawn that talks about this wheel, she thinks it accelerates faster than the ET Max. Maybe that's just because it has a slightly different motor. Maybe that's the reason. Hard to say for sure. But for raw acceleration, gets a thumbs up from Dawn. And the reason this can take this giant tire is this wheel is about 1 inch wider, or 2.5 centimeters, than the ET Max, and I think that also contributes probably to how, even with a better tire, I'm sure it probably wouldn't ride maybe as nice as the ET Max, because again, ET Max, it's smaller, it's more compact, more narrow. And I'm sure that contributes to how it rides. Of course, it has the hydraulic suspension, which is nice. Hasn't gotten in the way. I don't think about it much. It's definitely not a Leapercam type hydraulic suspension. They kind of own that. But yeah, it's very serviceable. I've seen Roger do some pretty big drops on it, and it's been working fine. It's only a few pounds heavier. Let's see, how many pounds would that be? I can't convert a few pounds. So I'll put the conversion up here. But anyway, it's not too much heavier than the ET Max, my version. Even though it looks bigger. I think that's it. I think the bottom line is, e-wheels might not want me to say this, but if you're going to compare this to the ET Max, I'm going to say buy the ET Max, unless this is some much cheaper price. I don't know, but as far as I know, that's the same price. Or if you really love the hydraulic suspensions, I don't know, but wait for the Plus version. I think that's going to be the killer wheel. And even if you don't need a long distance wheel, with that 4,400 watt-hour battery, and it's probably not going to weigh too much more. Maybe, I don't know, guessing 10 pounds more. But with that bigger battery, wow, you're going to be able to, at 168 volts with acceleration, upper speed, you are going to be able to ride fast for a long time. And then the lengths, people still want to compare this and the ET Max to lengths. I think I have much more fun on these two wheels for riding, kind of like what you can see me today. Faster cruising rides. I'm enjoying these wheels more than the Lynx. They're more stable, but the Lynx is more nimble. It's got a really nice suspension. So to me, the Lynx is a better all-around wheel, something you can do on trails. I've seen the Lynx being ridden on double black single track trails. You wouldn't want to do that with this wheel. They're all great wheels, right? All right, wow, the sun is looks like it's going to be dropping below the mountains in the next 5 minutes. So I'm going to pack up. Hope you've enjoyed some of the videos I put on this. And it's going to New York next. Look to see what those guys go. Look to see the city review of this wheel. All right, guys. Hope you found this video entertaining, useful, and until next time, safe riding. Unfortunately, guys, God, I was just filming my wrap-up video of the Commander GT Pro. I had it here. It tipped over and rode down the hill. Oh, God. Quite a bit, too. Oh, boy. This is going to be, it's way up there. Unfortunately, the trolley handle is really busted up now. It got bent a little bit on a little fall that Roger had. It just highlights one of the negatives about this design is it wants to pop up, and it's just really, if your wheel's tumbling at all, it's history. I don't know how long it's going to take me to get this wheel up, and I hope I can make it all the way up. All right, well, it's still down there. I was able to get up maybe about 10 feet, but it's just, the brush is thick, and it's just like really steep. So I have my satellite Garmin transmitter, so I reached out to Roger, and he's going to come and help me. I told him to bring lights. The sun is set, I think, and rope. And I should be able to get it up. What a nightmare. It was right here. You saw me where I was sitting and filming. I put it on the kickstand. I looked at it and said, I moved it a little. I said, that's not going to fall over. I put the camera away, and then I hear movement. I look over. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, God. It's going to be a long night. I'm sure Roger's probably going to bring his GoPro, so we'll get some action shots, maybe more of bringing up a wheel. Thank God I had the Garmin, though. Otherwise, it would be a really long day. Well, I need to, I've been filming just a little tiny bit here, but Roger to the rescue.
Hey, Marty.
What am I doing here? So, do you want to know what happened?
This is a really tall wall. I'm guessing you wanted a good photo.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, so I was filming my my wrap-up video for the GT Pro, and then when I was done, I put it on the kickstand. And I looked at it for a second. I thought, no, this looks pretty stable. I walked over to the camera, and then I heard some motion, and the boom, 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 boom. It's yeah, it's way down here. I know where it is, but
Yeah.
so
Like that way?
It's
Or that way?
too dark for me to film this anymore, guys. But maybe I don't know.
I'll film anything.
We'll see. Yeah, Roger.
Okay, I'm gonna put my jacket on because it's a little chill. That is about to go to New York in the back of her car.
Yes, we're all here. Roger
Hey.
called
So
it's Dawn to just keep us company. Thank you, Dawn. She brought rope, everything, and I won't tell you. She was in bed apparently, but she came to the rescue. You helped too. It was good. We had a not a rope, but a strap, long strap.
a ratcheting tie. Where is my ratcheting tie down?
So
Did we
Roger,
leave it on the hill?
Roger was doing the heavy lifting at the bottom. We were pulling and
Yeah.
got it up. So And the wheel's pretty good shape. The trolley handle's just a little more, like I mentioned, tweaked. But
Yeah. Other than that, it's in brand new condition.
yes. All right, guys. See you later. I'm here with Dawn. She's driving me down the mountain, and she's scaring me to death, man. It's.
I'm only going 38 miles an hour, Marty. Hang on. Here we go.
Oh, God.
Here's another one, Ryder.
No. Guys, Dawn drives her car, and this is not the first time I've been in her car. She drives just like she rides her UC. She's crazy.
This is so much fun, Marty.
Oh, God.
Oh, look, you can see the edge. Look at the lights.
Yeah,
the city lights. It's so pretty.
Beautiful.
I was going 55 up this mountain to come and get you, Marty.
Yeah, I
We're
know,
only
but,
going 35 now.
Oh, God. I keep telling her it's a lot worse when you're a passenger and a high G. She keeps telling me, well, this has wide tires.
Yeah.
So it's not going to slide off the mountain.
Tires.
Oh, God.
And I'm in sport mode. BMW X5 for the win!
Okay, guys, pray for me that you see me in the future.